streaming live on WShotTRadio.org from High Tech High School, New Jersey. It is the Young God Show. I'm your announcer, Kevin, and now your host, Keaton Jack.
Thank you, Kevin, for being in the studio today. We got Diesel working the board. What's up, guys? My name is Keaton Jack. Welcome to the Young Gods Show. It is currently 11:18 in LA, but over here it is 2:18. Peep the clocks behind Javier. And today's show, on our shows, we, especially in High Tech and Hudson County, there's such a melting pot, as they call it, the political term, of different cultures and races in this area. So it's definitely reflected upon in our school, and you can even see it in the studio. We've got some blacks, some Hispanics, sometimes some whites, Caucasians. We've got everything, all that good stuff. And every year at High Tech, we have Multicultural Day, which just so happens to be tomorrow. And, it's good that we can all express, we have one day to truly express what our cultures are all about and allow people to learn and see, the entertainment as well as the education that our culture has offered to the world. So it's just a donation. And, Kev, what race are you?
I am Hispanic. My parents are from Colombia and Ecuador. My mom's from Colombia. My dad's from Ecuador.
Oh, okay. So you're Colombian. And which side do you take on more?
I live with my Ecuadorian side of my family, but I consider myself more Colombian. I don't know why.
What do you like most about your culture? What do you find most interesting?
I guess it's the unity. My family, it's really big. And, I have cousins everywhere, basically. I could go to Union City. I have cousins there, North Bergen. And, we're really close, especially, during the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. We all gather around at my house. And, we really share, a good family time. And it's really cool. I really like that about... I'm not sure, it just pertains to Hispanic people alone. But I just know that my family, is really joined together.
I feel you. And Javier, your race is, if I'm not wrong, Cuban?
Yeah, I'm Cuban.
Okay, and is that all you are? Your mom's 100% Cuban?
They're all Cuban.
Are you a first-generation American?
Yeah. I was actually born in Cuba, but I came, when I was 7 months.
7 months, wow.
But yeah, I'm basically American.
You have family in Cuba?
Yeah, most of my family's in Cuba.
Do you ever go to Cuba?
I went twice. One I was too young to remember, and the other one I went when I was 6 or 5, and I have distant memories, but I remember some of it. It was an experience. I remember a lot.
Would you want to go back?
Yeah, just to see my family, and now with the whole embargo stuff going down, a lot of companies are trying to go to Cuba and stuff. So it's interesting to see how, it evolves now, because it's after 60 years of communism, countries wear down, and then Cuba right now is a third world country, so it's not the nice type of thing you want to see.
What do you like most about being Cuban?
It's just, and I think you could say it's about most countries, but specifically Hispanic countries. There's this type of pride that goes into it for really no reason. I'm super proud of the fact that I'm Cuban, but I'm also super proud of the fact that I'm American, and when there's news about a Cuban baseball player that comes, and nowadays it's always Cuban baseball players, the new big thing, because they have so much talent coming out from Cuba. You feel so happy for him, because you think about what he was going through in Cuba. This dude that's making literally $100 million now, and Cuba was making $1 an hour with the same talent. So it's a very there's something in there that you take pride in. But yeah, it's...
I feel that.
Yeah.
I'll agree. That's very beautiful.
And Max Diesel working the board. What race are you, buddy?
Well, me, to be fair, I'm a large mix. I am African American, Caucasian, and with Caucasian, I'm Italian, German, Puerto Rican, and Russian, I believe, from my mother. And again,
Wow.
from my dad, I'm just straight, African American, to be honest with you.
Wow, that's crazy. What do you feel like you take on the most?
Honestly, to me, the color of my skin doesn't really matter, so I'll gladly just admit that I'm straight African American. I don't want to put everything down on a single sheet of paper, so when I'm stuck with one of those, please mark one, Caucasian, African American, I just put African American.
I feel you on that. I too am African American. I think, though, I have some Native American in me. My great-great-grandmother was Native American, and apparently my dad's like half Indian.
Is that right?
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'm Indian too. That's where I get. That's where I get my hair from. If that makes any sense, it doesn't. And I mainly take on African American. My mom is full black, maybe some Native American in there. And what I take on most from my race is just it's a weird culture because it's pretty much been Americanized for about 400 years. But I mean, if there's anything I have to say, its contributions to the civil rights movement, hip hop. I think a lot of people are proud to be black, but now with like all this black on black crime and white on black crime, it's people are looking at being black as a completely different thing, and it's becoming a little elitist. But we won't get into that. But I'm proud of my culture. I'm proud to be black and proud, black and strong, and everyone will see a visual representation of their culture tomorrow. Hopefully, a good one. I know the Indian culture usually goes big with the dances. We used to have one student who was Irish or Scottish. He used to play the bagpipes. His name was Patrick. And you even have the Japanese that do a big performance. So for all our viewers out there, please stop by and check out Multicultural Day tomorrow. I think it's junior, freshman, sophomore, senior.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be with the freshmen.
I have a question.
Sophomores.
No, freshmen. Junior, freshman, sophomore, senior. That's how they do it.
I have a question.
They changed it.
No, yeah, isn't it supposed to be sophomore, junior?
Yeah, and that's like
sophomore,
freshman,
junior.
sophomore, and
No, because last year
we're with the senior.
Last year we were with the.
There's
the
three different
now.
shows.
Yeah.
There's
No, last year we were with the seniors
Yep.
Yeah.
that graduated.
Yeah.
Like,
All right, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, cool question. You said that you have a background from like Trinidad and Tobago, Bermuda, something like that.
Oh, my dad is West Indian. That's like a big thing.
So are you? Was your dad an immigrant? Are you first
Yeah.
generation American then?
Well, my mom was
Born here.
but my dad is like first generation American. Like he came over here.
Oh, well, like, was he like at what age? Was he like a child or was he like older?
No, he was like a man.
A
He
man.
came
So
to
then-
America in the mid to early '80s, early to mid '80s, because he moved from the island of Saint Vincent, which is like a small island in the Caribbean, and then he went to Bermuda for a while, and then he moved from there to America.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you
I was born here. Yeah. My dad was born here too. He went to school in MB, and my mom came from Colombia over here.
Wow.
it's crazy. So we all have like immigrants like
Yeah.
pretty right there in our families.
I mean, but like, especially if you're Cuban, though. I mean, they came here, dating back a good 60 years ago to like
Yeah.
Union City and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
back
it's,
then there used to be a lot more
Yeah.
Cubans down here.
like a lot of Cubans. That's where they came from, and apparently there was a lot of like controversy between like Cubans and like the people who were already here. Like they weren't really fond of them, stuff like that. So they kind of all just gathered in North Bergen, Union City, all that.
The thing is,
Crazy,
like,
though. And Florida, Miami, of course.
oh word, yeah. I know a lot of people in Florida.
Oh yeah, no, that's a bunch.
Yeah.
I think back then, like now it's like I was talking what's his name? This old Italian guy that sits at the desk.
The security guard.
He sits at the APA.
Oh, the guy you say hi to.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he was talking about how like when he was growing up, like it was a very like his community was Cuban and Italian, and there was like
Yeah.
nothing else. And he said in Miami it was all Cubans basically, and then when he like now it's like you're not gonna find many Cubans up here anymore.
Yeah.
It's for the most part you're gonna have a lot of Dominicans.
Yeah.
And a lot of Mexican, Peruvian, that's
Salvadorians too.
Salvadorian. That's a lot of like the Union City, North Bergen area. There's a lot of that. And in Florida, there really aren't. I mean, there's a lot of Cubans in Florida still,
Yeah,
because
but
I mean
now-
it's right there. But
Florida's like
it's like not even that much. Like apparently, there's a lot of Cubans in Los Angeles, and not many people knew that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was Miami that was like the biggest.
Apparently, I have cousins in Los Angeles, and I had no idea.
Wow.
And yeah, it's like I guess like the whole time for Cubans was like those 60s and 50s and 40s, and I think they've all moved out to separate places all over the U.S.
I mean, kind of like how my dad told me that I apparently have a lot of family members out in Brooklyn, and I didn't even know that.
Exactly.
Like, it came as a
Exactly the
complete
same.
surprise to me.
Most of my family either lives in the South or what was I gonna say? Oh, or like New York, like my
yeah.
great grandmother, she like was like a Native American that lived on those reservations that they had for them,
Wow.
and my great grandmother, she died when she was like 95, and her mother died like 20 years before that, so she was like close to 100 too.
Wow.
So she was probably like when that whole Western thing was going on. But that's crazy, you know. It's good that we're all able to share and talk about our cultures freely. And just a random quick fact for the day, since we're all technically American, one cool thing that American gave us was styrofoam. That's America's contribution to the world. When rubber was in short supply during World War II, a man named Otis Ray McIntyre was tasked to finding a substitute that could be used as an insulator, and he accidentally created styrofoam, and then he just realized that it was a good insulator, so they've been using it ever since. And I'm sure back then it wasn't that good for your food to hold, like, but now it's, you know, they got all that BPA stuff out. So that's good. Proud to be an American, proud to be black. You guys are proud to be Cuban, Ecuadorian, French, Italian, German, black. And I'm out. Keaton Jack, the black guy. Multicultural day.
Thank you for watching WCHTRadio.org. Tune into our Twitter page for more shows.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day.
Yes, sir.